I'm Brother John, and this is the Humanae Vitae Talk. Here we're going to discuss chastity and marriage. The Catholic Church teaches that God's plan for love, marriage, and sex is for sex to be enjoyed exclusively between a married man and a woman who become one flesh by the marriage. In 1960, the first oral contraceptives were approved for sale. This was a time of sexual revolution, and hormonal birth control was viewed as freeing men, and especially women. It was also a time when a small but significant number of Catholic clergy was engaging in sexual abuse and cover-up. And it was a time when the clergy was not speaking out on sexual morality, and when they did, they were often ignored. A commission on birth control was established by Pope John XXIII, and on his death, Paul VI expanded it. A report was rendered in 1966 and approved by the commission by a substantial margin. The report proposed that birth control was not intrinsically evil, and that Catholic couples should decide for themselves about the methods to be employed. The report was leaked, and there was great expectation by both lay Catholics and the clergy that artificial birth control would be approved. 2 years later, in 1968, Paul VI published his encyclical Humanae Vitae, and he was speaking infallibly. Paul's encyclical did not approve of any kind of birth control in marriage. It was met with disappointment by the majority of lay Catholics and clergy. Paul acknowledged in Humanae Vitae that certain conditions justified avoiding, even for an indeterminate period, a new birth. However, Paul reaffirmed that natural law and tradition both require that each and every marriage act must be open to the transmission of life. Paul instructed that there is an inseparable connection between the two meanings of the conjugal act, unitive and procreative. Although Paul called on married couples to become apostles and guides to other married couples, he put the primary responsibility on the man, and he was prophetic when he warned, quote, "It is also feared that the man, growing used to the employment of anti-conceptive practices, may finally lose respect for the woman, and, no longer caring for her physical and psychological equilibrium, may come to the point of considering her a mere instrument of selfish enjoyment, and no longer as his respected and beloved companion." Close quote. Paul was also prophetic in that a recent study finds that married couples who use NFP are very happy with their sex lives and the frequency of their sex.